I keep hearing about people wanting more games that have a big single player story, so I chose to make a list today, which is in no particular order, about some games that will definitely require a lot of your time if you want to complete them. So if you're like me, then if you like a game, you want to see everything that it has to offer, so most of the time you will complete it. Therefore guys, the single player games I'm going to talk about in this video are definitely going to require a lot of your time and effort, so stay tuned to find out which these are. The first one on the list we're going to talk about is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I can't really say anything more about this one than what has already been said. This game is a masterpiece. Its expansions, DLCs, map, characters, lines, it is huge. This is one of the best RPGs of all time, with a massive open world that you are definitely going to get lost in. Geralt is a dope character and you're definitely going to want to explore everything that this game has to show you about him. There are a lot of fantasy elements, a lot of locations, a lot of combat systems, a lot of characters like crafting, system abilities, so this game gives you everything you need for a full experience. Anyway, the main game is massive. I think it takes about longer than 40 to 50 hours to get everything done, and besides that, there is the massive Heart and Stone expansion that is about 50 to 20 hours long, and the even longer one, Blood and Wine, which gives you a whole new area to explore and quest in. I think this one takes about 25 to 30 hours, I'm not sure, but around that. I love CD Projekt Red, and this is the project that got me to actually like them and keep posted with everything they work on. Therefore, if you haven't played The Witcher 3, I suggest you at least try it, because it is an immersive and interesting experience with a big story to tell. You will eventually like it, trust me, just give it time if it starts slow, okay? The second one we're going to talk about is Baldur's Gate 3. This is a newly released RPG based in the rule sets and world of Dungeons and Dragons. It is incredible, with an immersive and interesting story, good character design, interesting dialogue, and the story has a different ending depending on the choices you make, so that's interesting. The game is huge, so building your character is just the first step. Then you're just thrown into this massive world where we have to find this whole area to explore and kill monsters and make decisions, make allies or enemies. This is very interesting, it's very big and immersive. It's just one of those games that keep getting shit in your face even if you're not getting it, so trust me, eventually you're gonna get it, but the thing is, you're not gonna get bored. You're always finding something new or interesting to try. Combat is really hard as fuck, but it's satisfying when you pull it out, so if you're playing this game and you're not good at the combat, don't worry, I've been there too. It's gonna get better after a while of playing, trust me. This is one of the games that will take you a lot of time if you want to complete it, and I'm sure that many people won't even finish the main story. They will just say quest forever and eventually forget about the main story. That happens. It happened to me. So thing is, you can always create a new type of character and make different decisions if you want to see different alternatives of the game, of course. In my opinion, this is one of the games that has the best replayability system in the whole gaming industry, so you should definitely check this one out. Next to number 3, we have Elden Ring. A very good game, but as good as it may be, it is much more stressful. This game stressed the fuck out of me, man. Anyway, this game is fully open world and it is fucking massive, man. It is incredibly long too, so you're going to spend a lot of time in this game only playing the story, not even to mention doing side quests or getting different abilities and weapons, finding out the secret bosses and caves and dungeons. This game has a lot to be explored. Thing is, 90% of the time you will get fucked if you don't have the good stats. This is the type of game that fucks you up and doesn't give a fuck about you or your character or your effort. You're just nothing in this world until you have the right type of weapon or ability. This open world is the biggest I've ever seen with the most secrets. Trust me, if you're willing to adventure into the dark corners of this game, you will find crazy shit. And beating it is as satisfying as nothing else is. It just feels like this is a world where you can endlessly explore and endlessly fight bosses, because each one has different mechanics and different timing strikes, so you will have to learn beating all of them, I guess, making each secret of the game you find and each boss very unique and satisfying to beat, right? The thing is, this game doesn't mark the secrets for you or anything like that. You just have to walk your sorry knight ass to the dark corner of the map and hope you will find the boss that you will be able to take on, because if you don't, you're gonna be put down like a dog very, really fast and effective. It has all types of battle scenarios in massive cities, wide fields, dungeons, castles, underground areas, and this game has it all really if you're willing to explore it. So I definitely suggest that you guys that haven't played this game try it out, because it is going to be a very good story if you're willing to play through it, of course, so prepare to be stressed, okay? Next on this list we have, surprise, another Souls-like game, Bloodborne. If you're very good at this game, this isn't the longest one, yes, because you'll be able to beat it quickly, but if you play it on the right difficulty and count all the DLCs that are out there, this game is gonna throw a lot of content at you, and all you need to do is finish it and have the necessary nerves and time, because let me tell you, only the main game is incredibly long and challenging, of course. Trust me, this game is gonna stress the fuck out of you, man. It's really difficult, and to complete it you need about like 80 hours or so. A lot of people are still playing this game, so trust me, this is one of the best Souls-like games, at least in my opinion. If you haven't played this one, I definitely suggest you give it a go, even though it released many years ago. Don't let that fool you. The whole mood, atmosphere and art style in this game fits in the gameplay perfectly. In my opinion, this is the only game that managed to do that perfectly. Therefore, I totally suggest that you try Bloodborne if you're looking for a long, immersive and interesting single player experience to try out. The last game on today's list is Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. This is basically the last game released, but with a lot of more shit to do. Many more locations added, like sky islands, hidden areas that are either underground or over it, and my favorite thing, the new and interesting puzzles and the ways to experiment with the new mechanics that the game throws at you. If you're trying to finish the main story quickly, it's not gonna feel like that long of a time, even if it might be, but trust me, this game has at least 100 hours of things you can do in it and that you will actually enjoy, not just do. That, of course, is if you enjoy the game at all. I found everything they added very interesting and well integrated into the game by the way you progress through it. There are a lot of secrets, like I was saying about Elden Ring, like optional or hidden bosses, dungeons, underground places, whatever. Even weird hidden items locked by a puzzle or something. This is one of those games that throws a lot of opportunities at you to go and explore the game, but you actually have to take them in order to do so. All this being said, I definitely suggest that you check out this game if you're looking for the long, immersive and interesting single player experience. Therefore guys, there you have them. 5 of the best long single player experiences that you should definitely try out. I want you guys to let me know what other games you would add to this list. I know there are many more to add, like Skyrim, Borderlands, GTA and many others, but I would like to hear your opinions about which game with a long single player experience is the best and why. Until then, I was Vlad, your host, and I will see you next time. Probably in The Witcher, 80 hours into the main story.